If you turned on television in China or read social media in China, you would have seen amazing images of the Ohio train derailment that involved 50 trains. 10 of these train cars were carrying highly toxic chemicals known as vinyl chloride, among other chemicals we'll get to. These cars were burning for days, shooting highly toxic chemicals into the air, creating a dark plume of smoke that could be seen from outer space, by the way. Yeah, it was seen from outer space. And so this coverage could be readily accessed in China. And they're rightly saying or calling this America's Chernobyl event.
Wait, look up there. What's that? Is that a balloon? Don't watch that. Hello, Americans. And other friends and subscribers around the world. You wake up, people. Holy smokes, wake up.
It's all about Chernobyl. But turn on your television in the United States, and the coverage was and has been total silence on this story. The Ohio train derailment on the major media networks. Total blackout. Instead, focused on fake UFO invasion, all in an effort to draw us into a war with Russia and China. Now, just watch last night's. I want to show you the full introduction of the NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. This is the Monday edition. Okay? This is 9 days after this has happened. Everyone's talking about it on social media. We all know it's happened, but the mainstream media is ignoring the story. This is the top of their show where they lay out the whole 30-minute broadcast and see if you notice what's missing. Watch.
Tonight, the growing mystery and the race to recover those unidentified objects shot down by U.S. fighter jets. Defense Secretary Austin saying today they were a threat to civilian aircraft. 3 objects shot down over North American airspace in the last 3 days. But the questions, what are they and who may have sent them? And the unreal moment at today's briefing as the White House...
Oh, wait. Is that a chemtrail or a balloon? We are. Oh, Lordy, I don't even know what to say. So I turned on this morning, the local, I got lighting, I don't know. I am just disgusted, man. What is going on? What the hell is going on? This is the biggest... From what I'm reading and researching and everything, this is the biggest spill, explosion, chemical. Man, put your thoughts and prayers for the people in Ohio. Holy crap, man, this is insanity. And they're not even talking about it. So this morning, like this, man, see, there you go. This morning, I get up my normal, I get up pretty early. Got up my normal time and I can stream. I don't get news channels, man. Like that little clip that they show of, that's Channel 7 in our area, with Lester Holt or whatever. You can't believe anything that people say. Oh, they ain't even saying anything about it. So that explains it right there. But this morning, and it's actually a Fox affiliate station, down in the flatlands, down in Nampa, Caldwell, Boise, somewhere down there. And, it's 6 or 7, I think it starts at 5 o'clock. And every once in a while, I'll stream on it just to get to hear what they got to say about the weather or something like that, so you can live stream it. I get no TV stations. I get no, regular TV crap up here. Thank God, dude, who needs it? So all my stuff comes from the internet, which I don't think is going to be around all that long. So, every time that you see this old hillbilly on here, it could be the last time you see me on here, because you might not be seeing nothing pretty soon. Anyway, so, I streamed that live news, because I was just curious, if they're saying anything, dang rooster, if they're saying anything, on our local news about it or anything like that. Dude, not a word, man, not a word. That's even on a Fox station, You can't, dude, what are they trying to cover this up? And this thing is so huge, man.
Burn these to blow them up, and they figured, okay, it's going to be this bad, let's do it. And the way that they word it here makes me think, the way they say some of the material is now burning consistent with the models, meaning, whoa, it was a heck of a bigger explosion than we had anticipated. but now it's the size the models predicted.
Just look at that photo. I mean, that's unbelievable. Can you imagine, like, your kids in school, like, down the road from that?
No.
Nothing to see here. No problem here at all. And I love that in their press release, there's basically saying, oh, you'll be able to see it. You'll probably be able to see it. What they should have put in there is you'll be able to see it from the moon.
Yeah, loud
You know
and
what's crazy?
visible is what they say.
When I photo on Twitter, I actually thought, because I was like, okay, there's this thing going on. I thought that cloud was photoshopped in.
It doesn't
until I
look
actually
like
saw
that.
the photo, because it looked like it was not part of that photo. I was like, holy cow, that is real.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
fake. I mean, it literally looks
Yeah.
like a mushroom cloud, like someone just dropped a bomb, or like some television show, like Jericho
Having
or
that
something
sense
like
of
that.
smell of this toxicity that's in the air right now, and that's just going to be terribly lethal in the long run. You know,
So have you seen?
they don't even know what they're breathing.
What are the businesses open downtown? You're very close to the downtown there in East Palestine. Again, a small town. Are businesses open? Are people actively commuting to and from work? Does it look like it's still business as usual, or not?
No, there's very light traffic around here in general. There are a lot of people that have not come. You know, it's sort of like it's almost eerie. It's almost eerie. The majority of people in this town are here at this disaster site.
Nick, thank you so much for joining us. I know taking some time out as you're making your way around the town. Thank you for taking a few minutes to speak with us. We really appreciate it. I mean, please be safe. I mean, this is, of course, a major concern about the air quality, and I know the water quality is another big issue there with some of these chemicals. There's word, of course, that some of these chemicals could bind to water particles and basically stay in the water table for years to come. What are they saying? Before we let you go, are they saying anything about the drinking water there before we let you go?
Yes, that's a great question. The lady that owns this property back here, it's straight across actually. It's like I said, the closest property to where the explosion was. She mentioned that there's a drainage ditch that runs alongside the railroad tracks that goes straight into a creek. And that creek ended up being the one that I don't know if you saw it on the news, where there were a bunch of fish that had gone belly up and such, and it's still happening. There's still plenty of fish that are belly up over there, but it leads down into a larger stream that runs through 3 other towns before it gets to the Ohio River, and none of those people trust their drinking water at this point. They won't go out to eat. They won't. I mean, and it's worse for people that have well water. They're not going to drink out of their wells because they believe that this has infected their groundwater.
Absolutely, I would be terrified if my well water were near that. And then, of course, also air quality and heading towards Lake Erie as well. A lot of concerns. Nick, I'll let you get back to work. And thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with us.
All right, man. So, I'm in here. I got a fire going in here, man, out in the trading post. Getting ready to pull some stuff that sold, but I wanted to continue on with some of this. I'm sharing this stuff, and sharing, man, letting you, listen to some of the things that I've been listening to. Dude, I went to bed listening to it, man. Got up first thing this morning, man, on Rumble and, some YouTube, just everywhere, man. And why? The cover up, man. The one, I don't know if I'll put that clip in there, and they talk about the, Camp Lejeune, that started in like the 50s, man, and, it contaminated the water, man. People were getting cancer and miscarriages and birth defects and all this stuff, from the 50s to the 80s, and there's still lawsuits and everything on that. But dude, lawsuits don't bring back your loved ones, and dude, I can't believe that I just can't believe that this stuff is just unflippin' believable. That's what it is. Honestly, I'm at a loss of words to talk about this. How can, man, and it's out there. That's the whole thing, man. Thank God for social media, man, which, like I've said, this, whatever is going on, man, and this, man, as far as I'm concerned, we are in World War III. It's just a completely different kind of war or anything that we've ever experienced ever, and that's, are they, just doing all these things to break down our country, to make us weak, and then they're going to come in, all crazy or what? What's up, baby?
I'm just coming to work. Didn't mean to interrupt.
It's not you're not on vacation?
No, I'm not on vacation.
Oh, really? We should be on vacation.
Okay.
I just don't know where we'd go. Let's
Could
just
you
stay
define
here.
that?
I don't know. Do you want to go to Ohio?
No, thank you. I'll pass.
So, but man, I think we're in the middle, or not the middle, just the beginning of World War III, man. And they're trying to break us down. And, like I say, man, all the time, you got to be really careful what you say on the tube because of the powers be, or the powers that want to be, we should say. But so much of this is internal, man. And then and then when they're not reporting on this, and dude, where's all the conservationists? Where's all the people who save the earth people and all the everybody? What's that? Yeah, environmentalists. What did I say? Conservationists? That's the same thing, ain't it? Well, they should be there too. Everybody should be there. And the streets, just crazy, which that reporter kid, I'm sure I put him in here, that's down there reporting. And man, me and Kitty are like, dude, this guy is standing. Dude, he drove, I don't know if I'll put that clip in or whatever, but he got in there. He said he'd been there about an hour and a half, and he literally drove across and through the exact area, across the tracks. He drove across the tracks right where it all happened, man, where the explosion, those pictures, man, that one mushroom cloud, and holy smokes. And he drove right across there a week later. And he said there's nobody in sight, man. It's like crickets. There probably ain't no crickets because they're probably all dead. Holy smokes, dude, man. People. Just want to shake people, man. I feel so flipping bad for these in Ohio, and as big as this thing is, and the stuff that I've been reading on, researching about it, man, this is going to affect lots, dude, all the way across the states. Like I said, man, one of the maps I was looking, contributory water thing was all the way into Montana, right to the Idaho border. Oh, Lord, people wake up.